Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This video will be quite long. I will say over 30 minutes, I will say. But we are going to dive into all the Muse behavior notes. Yes, we are talking all the Muse behavior notes. Because I've seen lots of people on Discord saying that they don't know what these notes are. And we're gonna discuss all of them. Not all of them. Some I don't know. Some I quite know. But we're gonna try to explain all of these notes in one single video. Just just for the sake of it. If you guys are trouble with having the misbehavior, we have this a new feature that is instruct. It's added into the mobile, and this was huge, so people could create lots of things instead of drag and drop. Now there's code which you could use. Now we're in here. Obviously we got these standard editions. We have variables. We talked that in my last video. I think that video got like over 100 views, which is kind of insane. And look, we have a long way to go. We have action tabs, we have conditions, we have flow, we have logic, and we have the system. The system, which you could see this I button. If you don't know what these notes mean, you could go to a note and then hold down the I, and it will show the info below. Like the inverter, results of the child's action, and then run in parallel means execute all branches at the same time. Now that one is very useful. You should guys do it. Now, what we have first is the repeat. The repeat is the main thing that you're supposed to have, or else none of your custom logic is going to work. So first things first, we're gonna talk about force. The force, move in one direction. So for example, we're gonna get a single block. Probably this video is gonna be an hour long. So we have a block right here, which you do need force physics on in order for the force will actually work. So yeah, so we have a block right here, and we're gonna move it, forward in the direction. So we're gonna be target new game object. Once you click new game object, you get to delete this. Delete the text and then put it whatever. So we're gonna pick block, and then we're gonna pick specific. We're gonna talk about that later. And to move the direction of, let's say, I don't know what these directions actually do, but we're just gonna put a random numbers so you can get an idea. So for example, 90, force block of the direction of 90. So hold up. We also, if you guys want to delete these lines, all you gotta do is just tap on the lines and then press delete. We're gonna put the wait button. Put wait. Now we're gonna talk about this a long way in the side. We're gonna put it for 2 seconds, and now we play. So for 2 seconds, it absolutely did not do anything. I think it's because we are having too much weight. Yeah, there's too much weight. So there's nothing there's nothing there's not what I'm saying. It's not happening. So what we gotta do is try to fix it. Force block specific to the direction of I don't know, but we apply force now. See, it's shaking a little bit, but not fully. So it applies force just a bit, but not fully, to the direction, let's say 800,000. And in 2 seconds, yup. So we know what force actually do. It sends the block flying in the air. No, yup. So that's just one. Now we gotta do this quick before you guys will get bored. Next up, we have attach object. Now this will be kind of self-explanatory if you have used the walls before. So we're gonna get a wall. We're actually gonna use this. So once this becomes close enough, we're able to do this, and you'll see in action. Alright, so we got all the muse behavior set up. So what the attach note means is once this one has this one that has this magnet on the top screen, you can attach this block into this block. You'll see in a second. Now we just gotta assign these blocks, this one and this one, platform 1.1, and in 2 seconds you'll see that it's on top right here. So yeah, that's what it basically does. And if you want it to be right here, then all you need to do is lower this to 0, and then we'll say put x5, I guess. I think that's the correct position. No, it's actually on this side. So we'll see that x is to the left. And then if we put x minus, I'll believe it'll be to the right. So you'll see in a second. Yeah, so x minus, x the plus is equal to, let's say, so x minus is over here to the right, x plus is over here to the left. So you'll see that it's vertically, and we want it to go forward and backward. So what we actually want to do is put this one at z5. That way it will go on this direction forward instead of this side or that side. So we want to go forward or backwards. So we're gonna do a quick test. So we'll see that all positives are on this side, all negatives are on this side and this side. I wish there was a better way to explain these x, y, and z, but that's how it is. So same thing with this one. x5 minus is the opposite direction, and you'll see why. No, actually, yeah. Wait, actually, yeah. That's basically it. No, I didn't set the minus. So we want to put the minus first. Yeah, I accidentally put the minus in front. So one tip is to not, if you want it to be like that, then put the minus in first. Remember, you had to put the minus first, so you don't meet the same fate as I do. Now on to the next note. What we have is the camera look at. So what this basically does is it will look at an object for how many seconds. So for example, we're gonna look at block for around 3 seconds. Now there is some bugs with this, but that means Struck will fix that later. So yeah, in 2 seconds we're gonna look at this platform as our object. So yeah, so that's what it basically does. And yeah, this one kind of bugs out your cutscenes, so be aware, and you'll see that. So that's what the look at, block or note does. Now we're gonna off to the next one is change behavior. What this actually does is change the behavior of this. For example, we're gonna put it in iDial or make it where defense player. So we're actually gonna do that. This one, you see it's on default. Now we actually want it to be on. We want it to actually defend you. So what we're gonna to do is we're just gonna do that for now, but we're gonna follow the main player. See, block 2 is Teenage Boy, and he'll follow us in 2 seconds. Oh, wait, well, there's a little bug. See the... Well, I can't move my screen now, but you'll see. I'll delete this. Yeah, my screen is bugged for some reason. Not sure if that's... Is it because this... Nah, but we're gonna actually... Yeah, my camera is bugged. Yeah, I got it to fix now. So, yeah. If that ever happens, then you have to save your game and then quit. If that ever happens. So, you could see that my second character or my teammate is on default, but we wanted to switch into follow at a specific time. Now, in 2 seconds, we want him to follow me. So, there we go. That's what it does, and if you want to see for yourself, you can actually fight with us. So help, cousin. He's gonna help you, and he's gonna defend me. So yeah, that's what basically it does. And if you want to create something like a story, like here, oh my god, there's a monster. Go fight that, and then your character will actually go fight to that enemy. So that's what it does. Now off to the next one, we have change door. Change door. No, actually, no way, I skipped another one. We have change camera. Now this one, it will change whatever person you are. So for example, switch to first person, third person, top down. So we're gonna set change self towards first person. You'll see in 2 seconds we're gonna switch into third person. We're gonna be in third person, then switch into first person. So you'll see in 2 seconds. So now we are in first person, like we are in 2 seconds before. Well, why is my screen like that? Oh, it's because yeah, I put it on repeat. Yeah, so that's what it basically does. In 2 seconds, first person. There we go, first person. So yeah, if you wanted to create something with that, and that's what it basically does. Now, next we have change door. Now, this one is pretty self-explanatory. The door opens and closes. So we're gonna actually get a block, and specific we want it. I'm gonna actually talk about specific on this one. So we want the door to be open. So we're gonna get a door, and we'll talk about the specific later. This one, it's now closed, and we want this block or door, as we set it as, to open. So in 2 seconds it will open the door. So you see our door just opened in 2 seconds. So we're gonna talk about the specific, which I think it will trigger all the doors. So if you turn the specific off to on to off, it will actually affect all the doors. So you'll see an example. I think it'll work like this way. See, so make sure you put specific, or else all the same assets, it will open. So yeah, that's what the specific. So if you want the specific door, press on specific, and it will only open this one instead of the all doors. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next we have change environment. Now this one will do a lot to a game. It will change your whole entire game. For example, we're gonna check out all these 4 different ones. Gravity. We have gravity change to. We're gonna say change to. I'll say for gravity. What's the gravity now? I do not know. So that's what we're gonna check. The gravity is at 1. So we want it to be 4. So you see the gravity is at 1. Like 2 seconds ago, we're gonna raise the time a bit. 3.5. So you see it's on gravity 1. So I jump normal. You'll see I jump normal, and in 3.5 seconds I jump higher. So that's what the gravity does. Now what this one to and by, it means this one switches to, and then this one switches to by. So for example, you have the gravity 1. You have gravity 1 and you want to add 3, then it will be 4. So basically like addition. Basically it adds to the gravity. So by means add to the gravity 1, not to directly. So that's what by means, and to. Those are the difference. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do next water heights. This one is pretty self-explanatory as well. We're gonna set it to 2 at, let's say, 1. And I think you could do a cool little animation with this as well, if you could see right now. So we want the water like right here, it's at 1. Now in 3.5 seconds it will raise the water up to 1 because I put it at 2. So you see the water just raised. Now you could do a little cool animation where it runs, like every second the water raises. So you'll see in a second. We want what we're gonna do is the water is gonna rise up every second. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, we have all of our Muse behavior done and ready. So you can copy this if you want. I'll give you a slide down, and what we're gonna do is every second the water rises. So we have change water height to 1, wait for 1 second, it rises to 2.5, and so and so on. So you'll see in a second, like right here, once after 3.5 seconds, so you'll see that. See, every second the water is rising. Now you can make like the tsunami is rising game. I can give you an idea of that. Yeah, you can create that. So that's a pretty cool water rising. So that's how you basically create a rising, water rising. And if you wanted to make a little bit more realistic, I recommend putting these at 2.5 and then putting that at half a second instead. So you can create like a kind of smoother water rising. So you'll see. See, the water's rising every second. So yeah, that's basically what it does. Now off to the next muse behavior we're gonna do is the next muse behavior we're gonna talk about. I mean, the next notes. I don't know what's wrong with my language. Yeah, I'm having trouble speaking. Now, next we're gonna do the light density. So, what we want to do with this light density is we're gonna put it at, for example, we want our light density to be this bright in our game. So, our light density will be 0. And it's quite dark, but we want it to be like, for example, light density 1. So we want it to be a little bit more brighter. We're gonna put it at 1, and in 3.5 seconds you'll see it turn more brighter. So you'll see like that. Now you could do it like this, where you could set it to, instead of 2, you could put it at by, and it will raise the light by every 3.5 seconds. So you'll see every 3.5 seconds, the light changes like that. And I think it'll get brighter. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically what it does. But I'm curious if, since the light limit is at 2.5, will it get brighter? So that's the question. No. Oh yeah, it's getting way bright. Yup, it's getting way too bright, like the sun. Oh my god, it's the ground just disappeared. Yeah, that's what happens if you boost the light density all the way up. Now just imagine the light density turning by 10. Yeah, just imagine every 3.5 seconds the light density will be turning up to 10. So we'll see. See, it's dark, now it will be brighter than the sun, basically. Yeah, you can kind of see the difference. Yeah, it's way too bright. Look at my avatar, it's so bright. And then look at my shadow from behind. Yeah, it's basically I'm basically like a glass person. It's way too bright. Okay. Why is that person so fast? So yeah, that's what the light density does, and we're gonna switch it to fog. Now this will increase the fog distance of what you can actually see. So we're gonna raise back the light density a little bit, and then you'll see that the fog is at 0. Now we're gonna upgrade to 75. Now it's 75. We're gonna change it to, we want it to be like at 30. So we're gonna do it by, we're gonna set it, this one, to 30. And we don't want it to put by because that would increase. So yeah, that would increase the fog. So we want it to be at 2, so it could be a specific number. So yeah, in 3.5 seconds we'll see the fog turned up. See there. Yeah, I don't like the way that it's like a line. I don't like that. I wish it was better, but yeah, you can see the difference. So yeah, that's what basically fog does. And on to the next note. So we have change stats. So if you did something to activate, so for example, your health is at 100, but at this specific time you want it to be at 150 health points. So we have health points, basically the same thing on everything, all the same things. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Now we have target self, specific to, let's say, 150. So if 3.5 seconds have gone by, my character will increase by to 150 health. So you'll see. Oh wait, I didn't put this line. Yeah, so in 3.5 seconds, it should be raised up to. It should be now be 150 instead of 100. No, wait. No, that actually damaged me to 150. So wait, I think it's 1,000 instead of wait. No, it's damaging me. Wait, what is going on? So I thought it'll. No, wait. It's actually increasing. So hold up. Current health points. I meant that one. So that one actually. Wait, I forgot. I picked that one. That actually increase your max health points, not increase your health. So what we wanted to do is 150. No, that's to add health. So yeah, I'm basically wrong here. You need mech kits in order for this to work. So we want it to be max 50, but that's actually just increasing your health. So yeah. That's increasing your max health, not weakness. So if you wanted to increase max health, and still be with health, then you can actually do it with this current health points. You could do another note and it will increase with the max health points. So yeah, 150 instead of 100 slash 150. So yeah, that's what it does. Now, if you want to explain all of these, I'll make a second video about it. For right now, it's basically the same thing. But what we have now is change team. So what we want is block, change team to neutral into red. We want it to be an enemy in 3.5 seconds. No, it doesn't do that. So what we have is wait, I forgot. That's block number 1, not block number 2. So yeah. Block 1, we're gonna delete block 2, and we're Once it becomes 3.5 seconds, he will start attacking me. So yeah, my guy, he's violent. So yeah, it changes the team. So right now, he's gonna be an enemy. So yeah, he changed team and now he's attacking me. So that's what the change note does. And we have now change weather. So we wanted to rain, drizzle, snow, whatever. So in 3.5 seconds, we wanted to rain. So that's what we're gonna do. So we want it to rain, and in 3.5 seconds, it's actually raining. Now, now you want it to come back after like 3.5 seconds again. We could get another of these, the same note, and then change it to clear. It was raining before, but now it's not. So see, there it's raining, but now it's gonna be clear in a few seconds. And there, that's what it does. That's what it does. It's very simple if you get to know what it actually, if you get to know it a lot. It's really easy. Now we have change inventory. Now this one clears out the inventory of self. So for example, in 3.5 seconds, I have a gun. So one specific note, it will clear my inventory. So I have a gun. Now in 3.5 seconds, but I still have my gun. But it just clears out my inventory. Oh, I think my game crashed. Yep, my game basically crashed. So sorry for the interruption. Yeah, my game crashed. What we have here is the gun. Yeah, basically what you heard. But now that's what the clear inventory does. Or change inventory. Now what we want to do is deal damage to our character. We can actually do this with the deal damage note. So target self-specific takes damage by, let's say, 50 health. So 1.5 seconds, my character takes damage by 50. It's not exactly 50, I think that's a bug. But yeah, my character is taking health until you die. So yeah, that's what it does. And also, guys, if you have questions, leave a comment down below and I'll answer them and make a post comment or video about it. And also, please subscribe. I'm doing a very good job. And a detached object. Now, basically the same thing with the land thing, the object detach from block. So for example, we're gonna get detach block from this one. So for example, we have this door and it's attached to, wait, let me get this door arc. Yeah, this one. And then we wanted to detach from it because why not? And we're gonna set this to wait, why is it the screen? We're gonna change it to physics, and it has a lot of physics. Now we want it to detach from objects, so in 3.5 seconds, yep, this came out. It's a bit heavy, so So yeah, so it should clip on, but actually, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. See, it's attached to this object. So basically, it just detaches from this arc. So yeah, it clipped into that, but once that custom logic, it detaches from it. I don't know what you want to do with that muse behavior, but it's there. So that's what it basically does. Now we have the what it's next. We have end game. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. So in whether you want your game to win or lose. So why is it my so in 3.5 seconds we want our game to win. So in a few seconds, there we go. That's what it does. Simple as it is. Very easy, very simple. Yeah, that's what it actually does. And same thing with lose. You know, same thing with lose. 3.5 seconds later, I lost. So yeah. I'm actually not gonna do a full video of explaining all these notes, but I'm gonna explain all the action notes list. So what we have is endgame as team. So we have endgame from, let's say, blue team. So yeah, we have endgame as blue team. Now that will affect my player since it's a blue player. So it will affect this player, this team only. And I wonder what it does to the other team. So we're actually gonna do that right now. For example, end team neutral so it won't start attacking us. Why isn't my screen like this? So it won't be attacking us. Now what we have is this one. We're gonna turn off the muse behavior for this one since we copied another one. So we're gonna end team neutral in 3.5 seconds. So I'm actually curious what this actually does to the other teams. No, it actually wins for this team. So yeah. So that's what it does. If you want this team to win, then set it to blue team. If you want this team to win, then set it to the neutral team. So yeah, that's basically what it does. And we're gonna off to the next note, which is heal. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. Heal self by, let's say, 10 health every 1.5 seconds since I put it on repeat. So we have this one. See, you see that 10 plus button on top of my head? So yeah, even though I have max health, it'll still give you 10 plus max points health. So yeah, very easy note, pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to learn. Now we have the move object. This one is move this object to this object. So for example, we want this block specific to move to block 2. So, and we're gonna set the speed for it. So we want block 2 with the speed of 5. So we want move block. We're gonna get a block, an actual block, and then move it to this block. So we're gonna set it to all of our moves behavior, and it's gonna 1.3. I don't know what I'm saying. So 3.5 seconds, it will move to that block. So for example, you want this block, this blue block, to move to this one. You can actually do it with this move behavior. You copy it down, whatever. Now the specific, you want to get, you want these block, you want 2 blocks to follow or move to over here. Turn off the specific, and yeah, these 2 blocks will move to that block. So yeah, pretty easy to use. And what we have next is move towards vector. Now this one, it's pretty complicated, pretty complicated, pretty complicated. I don't know how to say Oh my god, what is? I don't know what I'm saying, but this one basically it moves to a coordinates. So for example, move 2. So we're gonna move to these coordinates 999 to as like 5. I'm gonna put it at 5 speed. So in 3.5 seconds, my character is gonna move up to 99 coordinates. So yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, but since I have it on physics, we're gonna turn it off the physics. Yeah, if your character doesn't actually want to do where you actually doesn't want to go, it's not going where you want it to go, then turn off the physics. I think that's your problem. So since we have our physics off, our character is rising up to heaven. So yeah, that's what it does. Okay, copy the notes, copy everything. And what we have next is play animation. With this, you can play an animation for this specific object. So for example, play block specific for like jump. We want this character to jump. So that will happen in 3.5 seconds. Yeah, that will happen in 3.5 seconds. So we want that character to jump. See, he just jumped a little bit. And that's basically what it does. Same thing if you put the specific toggle off. So instead of one person, all the people will jump. Like all the same objects will jump. So you'll see in a little bit. No, wait, I forgot. I didn't turn off the specific. Yeah. Same thing. Turn off specific. All the same assets will jump. So yeah. That's what it does. Same thing with all these. You could do all of that, and yeah, that's what it does. Play animation. Now play sound. I have a trouble playing with this sound because instead of disorienting, like once you want it to change into a different song, this song will not change. I don't know how to do that. So for example, play alien song for 3.5 seconds. So in 3.5 seconds, this song will play. So yeah, that's what it does. Now, I think they fix it. I'm not sure. But in 3.5 seconds, a new song will play. So let's say city. Let's say city. Hopefully they fix this bug. So that alien song starts playing. So you see, it doesn't turn off the alien song. it plays both, and I don't know how to turn off the first song, and only to making it sound to this song. So yeah, that's an issue. Hopefully, I hope Struck makes it where you can play one song instead of two songs. So yeah, that's what it does. Positioning, positioning. This one is pretty the same thing. The same thing as the move to Victor. Basically, you put self specific towards Y 99. So it's basically kind of the same thing as move towards vector. Now this one will have in, let's say, let's say in 30 seconds. So 1.5 seconds, I'll move to, yep, wait, it's going way too high. Look, all, I didn't put it in specific, so that means all the same objects will go up. So yeah, same thing as the move towards vector, just with a different, different style, different different thing. Now we have the rotation. The rotation is basically, it rotates your character to, I don't know what you want it to rotate. Just rotate your character. So we want to rotate our character to the left. So we want to rotate character to 50x, and it will change it into, it will turn your character in 2 seconds. So 3.5 seconds, it will change your character, or look at, position your character to the X. I'm not sure if it's happening, but rotate self to specific to 1.x. So 770. I think I'm doing it wrong, so let me do it again. Yep, I'm not sure what this is doing, but yeah, that's basically what it does. I guess it's rotating to, yeah, that, and then rotate by. I think that's how you do it. No, it's not doing it. My character's only looking at that direction, so yeah, that's a bummer. If you have trouble with it, I don't know what to tell you. So what we have now that's what it's done. We're gonna check out the next note, the scale button. So the scale basically does is it changes the size of this specific object. So we want our character to be humongous. So we're actually gonna do with 70 in like 3 seconds. So I guess it will be fat. My character will be fat. Yep. It is. It's kind of goofy. So yeah, that's what it does. So imagine you're eating a hot dog and then your character gets fat every time. So for example, this, my character is getting fat, and then yeah, that's that's pretty funny. No, that's what it actually does. It scales your character. It scales your character, so you can kind of mess around with it. It'll scale your character. So like that. It's getting way too skitty. So yeah, that's basically what this note does. And if you wanted to get guess and put it where you want it to be. So yeah, that's what it does. Scaling. Now this one is pretty complicated because it sometimes chooses the wrong one. So what we want is spawn a self and spawn a block and set block reference set block. I don't know what I'm saying. This is taking way too forever. So we're spawning a block at position, let's say position 40, and set block 2 as a newly created asset. So basically it will spawn a block in 3.5 seconds. So I don't know where the block is actually spawning, so we're gonna raise the distance. We're gonna raise the distance. Yeah, there we go. So it spawned a block all the way over there. So yeah, it's spawning blocks over here. You can see it right here. Every 3.5 seconds, it's spawning a new block. Yeah, that's what it's basically doing. I knocked those blocks out of the way. So yeah, that's what it does. You can mess around with the location. Now, the next one is similar, but at a specific point. So, what up? Where did it go? Move to vector. Where is it? No, spawn at object. So our next one is spawn at object. So spawn a block at self and set block 2 as reference as a newly created block. So a block will spawn on top of me, or spawn, yeah, right there. So what we wanted to do is spawn it on in front of me. So we're gonna put the Z, we're gonna put it at -5. -5, we want it to spawn in front of me. So we'll spawn a block, no, behind me. Yeah, it's spawning a block behind me. So yeah, we had to put the minus first in order to the block to spawn in front of us. So here we go. Positioning. So it's basically spawning a block in front of us whenever we go. Well, in the back of us, but it spawns a block right here at this positions. Basically in front of us. Yeah, that's what it does. It spawns a block in front of you. And now we have is a start dialogue. So start dialogue with self. So what we have is right here a dialogue. I think this will happen. With this. So we want this one to start a dialogue with us. So you'll see in a sec. Start dialogue with block, and that block will be set to this one. So I think I'm doing this correctly. So yeah, in 3.5 seconds, get started dialogue with that. And to set a dialogue, they had to press this one, and then you'll see these like messages right next to the change team at right next to the change team. Now we want to put it as with a dialogue. You'll see this. You create your own dialogue, like what you doing, and then in 3.5 seconds, you can start a dialogue, or just press this one. And then, yeah, hello. Hey, what you doing? Yeah, that's basically what it does. It directly starts a dialogue with that. So that's what it does, and you can create like a little dialogue scene, and then text bubble. It's basically where you want it to. It text bubbles where it says a text bubble above an object's head. So, for example, a player, for 3 seconds is gonna start a text bubble on top of my head saying I'm a player. So yeah, that's what it does. Pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. You can do whatever you want with that player. Yeah, that and what we have next is text bubble on objects. So we have text bubble on, let's say, on block 1, and then specific, we want it to be specific on, and then change. No, this one is the wrong one. Text bubble on object, you want this one actually changes it. So change text bubble block specific to hey. So it's gonna change the dialogue. So no, this one says reference the acid. So block 1 specific to hey. Now in 3.5 seconds, I think I'm doing this correctly. No, it's variable is one. It's not valid for text metric. Please reference a custom text. So let me do a little bit of muse behavior in a second. Okay, so I figured it out. So actually, what this note does is change this text. So for example, we want to change this text into hello. So we're gonna assign this one to that text, and then we want it to change to hey specific, and it will actually change it. So we'll see in a second. Yeah, change into hey. So that's what it does. It changes the custom text into the text you want it to be. So yeah, that's what it does. Off to the next one, we have text on screen. So this one, it'll show text on our screen. So we're gonna put it where it says show text what a game, or let's say 3 seconds. No, wait, I accidentally typed in a letter for 5 seconds. So we're gonna put it, it's gonna say what a game in my screen. So you could see that text in my screen. So yeah, that's what it does. What a game. You could copy that down, and That's what that's what the note does. And what we have next is toggle collision. So, for example, if we want this, if we want a block to go through, we want to go through a block or turn on the collision. We could go through a block or not go through a block. So basically, you could go through a block or it'll actually be solid. So, for example, block collision turn on, turn off, actually, or the block will be this one. So, for example, this block, we could it has like, oh my gosh, why I'm talking way too much. So for example, this block, we cannot go through it, we can instead push it around. But since this one doesn't have collision, we could go right through it. So in 3.5 seconds, we can actually go through the block. So yeah, that 3.5 seconds already did, and now we can go through the block. So that's what it does. And off to the next note, which is let me see, toggle physics. So for example, we want to move but at a specific time. Toggle self, we want the physics to off. So in 3.5 seconds I'll start moving, but 3.5 seconds I will not move. So right here we have that. It's basically where we want it to be stay or not stay. So we have our physics on, and then we want our character to not move at this specific time. So what we have here, 3.5 seconds later, our character will not move. And that's because we have our physics off. So that's what it does. Now we have the next note, which is toggle visibility. So what we want is we want our character to turn invisible. So we could turn this one to off, and in 3.5 seconds our character will turn invisible. So yeah, our character disappeared, but our shadow was still there. I wish they could turn that off. So yeah, our character is invisible. Is indeed invisible. Now, what we have next is walk towards objects. So instead of move, our character actually walks with its feet running. So I'll give you an example. We want this character to actually walk instead of move, and its legs are not moving. We want an animation. So for example, we want a character running towards block 2 with 0, like at 1 speed. I'm gonna tell you a little fact about this. We want our this one to be the exact same speed as the speed right here. So you see the speed is at 10, so we're gonna set it at 1. So if we want to multiply it, we are gonna multiply it by 1.5. If you raise any higher than 1, it's actually multiplying the current speed of this one. It's multiplying the speed. So we want it to be the exact speed as 10, so we're gonna put it at 1 speed. So right here, I'm gonna put block this one towards 2, and you'll see it walk. So yeah, it's walking towards it at exactly 10 speed. Now we want it at 1.5 speed, which you could do with 1.5 speed. That's basically 1.5 times its speed. So yeah, that's what it does. It'll be 50% faster. Yeah, it walked towards it. Now same thing as the other ones. We turn out the specific, all the same assets will go to that block. So you'll see in a second. You see all the same assets were going over there. So yeah, that's what it does. And you could create like a cool walking animation and do whatever you want. Now the last one, same thing as the second one, but we want it at these coordinates. So for example, we want block our character to walk at these coordinates. So for example, we want it to move to the left. So we're actually gonna move it to the left with the exact same speed, 1, so we don't have to multiply it. So it will start going to the left. But the reason why it's going this way is because it's not by, and it's actually going towards these exact coordinates. So if you want it to go exactly left, then put it to by, and it will go exactly to the left. So see, yeah, no, like this way, it's actually going to the left. So put it at by instead of 2, because 2 is going to the exact coordinates, and by is going to the exact where you want it to be. So there we go. That's what we have. And then if you have any questions, if you want me to explain it, more clearly, please comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe, and I hope Struck fixed that camera bug that I have been talking about for the last, let's say, three months. I hope Struck fix it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please comment down your games, and I'll do a next video talking about what these conditions actually do. Now, that's until later, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.